All right, it looks like we are live, so I'm going to transition that scene right there.
Hello.
So, we're back playing another section of Monster of the Week, the follow-up to Les Bontemps Rousselet. As a recap, yesterday, when we played, the party members got letters with tickets included to go to Beaux Bayou Beach, a new amusement park opening up on the side of the old Six Flags over New Orleans. And, well, it's
been weird.
It's been weird. Like, park looked pretty good just first glance. Still some wet paint smells. Idall kept getting kidnapped by titty possums because my wife decided that it's a titty possum.
You described a big-titted possum mascot costume. How could I not call it a titty possum?
I said a hourglass bombshell figure.
Which
possum.
means there's boobies.
Jessica Rabbit Possum.
You did say Jessica Rabbit Possum.
Well, either way, they're titty possums now.
They're titty possums now.
Idall doesn't want their taffy.
Idall does not want the taffy. There was an incident on the log ride. Mm-hmm. And now there's been an accident at the roller coaster. Pretty big accident. Idall, Incredible Hulk, the broken
carts out of the water.
Out of the water.
And the Karen demanded to speak to his boss. And he obliged her.
By bifrosting her. Now there's going to be a Karen in fucking Valhalla. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a thing.
Oh, no.
Freya's there.
Freya is not a
Karen.
Karen.
Don't insult Freya.
No, don't.
Like, she's legit terrifying. Also, every legend and every myth I've heard that involves her, she is 100% done with Thor and Loki's bullshit.
I'm pretty sure at this point a lot of the gods are.
Because there needs to be a Loki and Thor buddy cop movie about Thor getting married.
It's a buddy cop movie?
You haven't heard that myth?
No.
Anyway.
But now's not the time.
Mm-mm.
Miss later.
So, somebody has dug up a camera.
Mm-hmm. Desiree has. I am basically going to see that. Can I turn on the camera?
Are you still standing amongst the wreckage, or you? No, y'all both booked it.
I had said that we had booked it.
Okay, y'all booked it back out through that service gate y'all came through.
Right.
Idall is just standing on the edge of this man-made lake.
I'd say I'm just sitting, if there is sand, I'm just sitting in the sand next to the carts. Dead woman body right there. Just kind of rethinking. Or not rethinking, just kind of... Whoa. Has the sky always been that vibrant, man?
Yeah. Y'all see security coming up?
Let's move.
Come on. Okay, Sybil, let's move.
Yeah, y'all don't know where Idall is at this point. Because Idall ran through the security door that was underneath the George Clooney Batman nipple armor.
We'll find him eventually. We need to get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
So, where are y'all going to go to?
Where were we on the map?
We need to just kind of get somewhere away from this chaos.
So y'all are here.
Mm-hmm.
You could go over to the beach area that's modeled off the old Pontchartrain Beach amusement park.
Mm-hmm.
It is very much 1950s midway. There's arcades. You hear somebody getting their ass kicked at Soul Calibur.
Yeah, then let's just go to the beach.
Maybe stay.
Let's just probably just stay away.
I mean, and if you go to the beach,
cabinets.
Let's give a wide berth to the arcades, though.
Yeah, because you got the arcades there.
Right.
You got some food vendors. You got some bumper cars. You got the scrambler right over here that you can see that they kept talking about. The beach doesn't have a lot of people on it because it's a lake. But
also, roller coaster car just went slamming into it.
It slammed over
Pretty sure people noticed that.
Yeah, people noticed that the spinny flyers is definitely stopped.
Right.
The spinny flyers.
The spinny flyers definitely stopped, but there's not a lot of people here. But also, it wasn't really popular because right here is the highway, so it kind of ruins the immersion.
Yeah.
It's literally probably a 15-foot deep ski pond that was dug out by a backhoe.
I will make sure to try and suppress my magic for the arcades.
Same. Alright, so...
And make it past the arcades, and we can find a spot to... Is it a digital camera, or just...
Is it a, like... yeah.
Give me a sharp roll. Let's look at this.
First
Keep
roll
reaching
of
for
the
my
night.
glasses.
Okay, then that is a 9.
7.
Okay, so mixed successes. The mixed success here is that, yes, it is a digital camera,
You need to look at that, and I need to stand over here.
Okay.
and it's in a plastic bag.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like anything's gotten in this plastic bag. So,
Okay. So I'm just basically just like
I will
untie
back
it.
up about 15
Untied,
or so
and then that
feet.
I'm pretty, because of that Desiree's major that she is familiar with cameras enough to turn it on. And
well, it doesn't turn on.
Needs batteries, probably.
it needs to charge, and then I flip it over, pop open the battery thing.
It actually has a battery pack, yes.
Okay. Flip open and then try to find a USB part, and I'll be like,
Is there a gift shop nearby?
Okay, when you open up the battery section,
Mhm.
it runs. This is an older camera.
Mhm.
Also, we're talking about like 2006, 2007
Right.
time frame. This thing runs on 8 AA's.
God.
8
And as you pop it open, these things have corroded.
Is there a
Oh.
is there a gift shop nearby?
Yeah,
So can I like get out the corroded batteries
yeah.
easily?
You can just
Okay.
shake them out, but it's
I'm
still
like
kind of.
15 feet back. Like, what's wrong with it?
It needs batteries. 8 AA's.
Hang
The
on.
fat ones.
I'm gonna run into the gift shop. You guys don't happen to sell batteries, do you?
I'm sorry, Karen. A roller coaster just crashed, and I am in shock. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was over there too. Do you have fucking batteries?
Yeah, they're right there underneath batteries. Like, holy shit, you saw that?
I was next to it. Shock hasn't set in yet.
Hey, yeah, we got one of the people that were over by the roller coaster over here.
Pay
I
for the
think
fucking batteries.
she's trying to buy batteries, but I think she's in shock. She's not making sense.
Doesn't work? Too bad. Give my batteries, please. Kind of in a hurry.
Okay, you pay, you get the batteries, but security has been alerted
Yeah,
that
we
there's.
need to-
Alright,
move.
get them. I'll just rip open the pack, just stick them in.
We need to move and look.
Yeah, that we are moving and looking.
Okay, so as you're going, again, the beach is here.
Right.
There's the Ferris wheel, which is still operating. Like, it seems like the further from this area you get, a lot of people are just now finding out that happened. But we're now going to bounce to Idall.
Alright.
Yeah.
All
was
around me are familiar faces.
Dig it. It was communicate with someone who does not share a language with you. I thought it was you could communicate with someone far away.
So, as you're just sitting there next to this, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Son, you done been okay? Son, what up? Wait, come on. Hey,
Huh?
hey.
What?
We got he in shock. Get the blanket. Get the blanket. Very quickly, you are now wrapped up in a blanket, and there is.
I could go for some hot cocoa and a bag of Cheetos.
I got a Coke and a bag of Zaps.
That'll do.
So they just hand you a Coke. There's a big old alligator on it, and a bag of Voodoo Zaps. And the security guard is escorting you as you're starting to. You're still not 100% lucid with this. There's 6 security guards. Everybody's getting talked to. Somebody is a taller, skinny gentleman with slick back, black hair, but the hairline is really here. But there's like he hasn't shaved off the part here that really he should just accept it's gone.
So it's like thinning in the front.
It's like a thinning widow's peak.
Gotcha.
Almost looks like hair plugs. It's so thin.
Oof.
And is with a set of really small square glasses. Seems to be on a phone. You hear police.
Is he wearing his suit? He just keeps dabbing his forehead with a like white silk cloth.
It's red
Oh,
with a bunch of little alligators on it.
makes sense. Okay.
He's with. So you're being brought over here. Give me. You're gonna make 2 rolls. Give me a weird roll,
Okay.
because pot brownie.
Snake eyes.
Okay, so you don't notice it.
Do you want me to go ahead and mark experience?
You mark experience when you fail.
Hey, that's a level up.
So that'll be at all these failed rolls. Now give me a sharp roll.
I'm not using those two. So I get all my dice out. So sharp? Oh, this is going to be even better.
That's 5,
7.
7. So that is mixed success.
Okay.
You get to hold 1. Because I'm saying that you're figure this is reading a bad situation.
Okay.
Because you heard cops.
I've dealt with cops before.
There's a lot of security. The kids, the vomiting kid, and the sister are still like over to the side crying and yelling like about their mom. What? Are you blaming me for something?
Maybe.
I didn't do nothing.
At this point, would I be...
Now you're laughing, so I'm gonna laugh. No, I didn't do anything. One
It
of
was
the
a
dog.
dog, then.
Yeah, dog fart.
Would I be lucid enough to start thinking about how to kind of explain the situation?
Possibly, but you get to hold 1. So look at your questions. But I mean, you can see those kids. They're yelling for their mom. Their dad has now pushed through with the other child.
Okay.
So what are you gonna ask?
I'm not going to ask anything yet. I figured they'd be the ones asking me questions.
I'm just saying. I said you rolled a read a bad situation.
Okay.
You're getting to hold 1. So
What would be my best way out?
keep acting like someone who just survived a near-death experience.
Well, I already have a lot of help with that, so.
So
have a talk with Desiree.
okay, so you have security guards. What happened? You wanted to ride?
Yeah.
Were you in the car when it went into water?
I was not.
Well, how'd you get out?
So when we hit the bump, the harnesses snapped loose enough for me to get out, and I was able to pull the children out, and it wasn't going as fast. Momentum's this weird thing, and I guess it was just luck, and I got the kids out, but I couldn't quite reach the mother, and well.
But hold on, you telling me you got those 2 little ones over there out?
Yes.
You a goddamn hero. I mean, I can see in the spot that they dug up. I can see where you probably hit. You lucky. That is wet mud. That probably cushioned your blow.
Well,
That's science.
So, the body does crazy things when adrenaline kicks in. I once heard that there's a guy in Grand Canyon, he slipped off and there's this huge boulder coming, and he used his legs, and this 5-ton boulder just pushed it up over his head with his legs and walked to the side. Saved his life.
I think I saw that on Fox, too. Like, it was on one of those amazing things people survive.
Yeah.
It came on, like, after sumos versus
I
orangutan
think so.
tug of war.
But yeah, the body does crazy stuff when you get that adrenaline pumping.
Whoo. Boy, you lucky. However, look, got a feeling the park gonna probably close down after all this. This is like day 1 and this shit just done happened. So how about this? When this is all said and done, I get you a drink.
Sounds good to me.
But I also know that my boss is probably gonna want to talk to you. That's Mr.
Was
Dro.
it Roy or no?
Mr. Dro
Dro.
over there. Sorry, no, yeah, you're right. Mr. Ray, the assistant manager's over there. He's We've also had something happen over on the log ride.
Yeah, I
And,
heard about that.
And also, apparently, someone has been sexually accosted by one of our titty possums. I don't know what else to call them. I mean, it's shameful. So, I mean, it's just, we are having... This is worse than when I worked at Disneyland.
Oh.
Anyway, that's Mr. Ray. He's probably going to want to talk to you. Probably want to give you some type of... I mean, you done saved 2 children.
I'm pretty sure that... I mean, I don't know. I guess I was just acting on on instinct, but I got the carts out of the water, and the poor lady, she just no saving her.
I understand. We're about to... I got to start roping some of this off before the real cops get here. So, you just go... I think, like I said, Mr. Ray probably going to want to talk to you. I've got to... Hell, I feel like I got to do triage. And this security guard walks off. And I mean, you're watching security guards like trying to make sure, because like the other cart that didn't crash, those people are freaking out because the ones that were in the cart,
they saw what happened.
they saw like a whole cart disconnect and like fly this direction. Like, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, and you see the skinnier man with the balding widow's peak. This is you. And he puts up his flip phone. Has an old Motorola flip phone. Puts his back. So I'm taking it that you were on the roller coaster.
Unfortunately, amongst 3 other people.
You look okay because I heard you were in that front car.
Yeah. So when we hit the whatever, I guess. Like, the track must have come undone or something, but whenever we hit that jolt that knocked us loose, it knocked the harnesses loose, and I was able to, saw bad, like, things were about to go bad, so I was able to get loose, and I grabbed the kids, and, just, body does crazy stuff with adrenaline.
Roll charm.
Oh, this is not gonna work. 6.
I'll mark that experience. Obviously, you are just lucky that everything went fine. Now, here's the thing. We're about to shut this park down, but nobody's going to be leaving real quick because the cops are going to be wanting to ask people because we've had multiple rides fail. I got some big questions for Ventiman, who built several of our rides or rebuilt them. Rebuilt some of our rides after the park got reopened. But here's the deal. The owner and manager, Beaux Bayou, is probably going to want to talk to you. Okay. And I also saw in the security footage, you were over near where we had a malfunction in the log ride. You didn't try to find no management. I mean, you told the workers.
Yeah.
But I mean, got some issues. If something broke in the ride, and then the flipper for the blacklight tunnel got jammed as y'all were going through it. Some weird things on the security camera, but the boss, Mr. Babino, gonna want to talk to you.
That's fine.
Anyway, you had a couple friends with you. Why don't you get them? Because he probably wants to talk to them because they were on the log ride too. And I think if I was to check the tapes, they were probably over here as well.
Yeah. They were somewhere around. They weren't too interested in going to the roller coaster.
Well, I believe that might have been a blessing for them. In any case, I'm about to find out how much this is going to probably cost us.
It's not going to be pretty. Imagine.
I just want to know how many zeros. And he walks away from you.
I'm going to, lean over to, whoever is standing next to me. I'm assuming it's going to be, a security guard. I'm just going to be like, I feel like he needs to have just a lawyer on hand at this point.
As you look down, it's not a security guard. You see this heavier set individual, very wide mouth with a pronounced underbite. I am your lawyer.
That's good. He's going to need
PR
you.
frog.
And probably the chief PR guy. It's not going to be a good week. I think I'm going to go sit down for a little bit. So I'm just going to pick a bench. And please tell me the bench just like breaks in half as I like sit down on it.
It can now. Like you sit on it and a leg kicks out from under it. And you just
slowly slide.
And the kid that was with the weekend dad kid, like, and just vomits because he's been eating the chocolate-filled beignets.
Yeah.
It's not a beignet, it's a freaking donut. You know better.
Oh, I know better.
But does the park?
No, it doesn't. Neither does Disney World.
No. However, I do want the one they have full of Baileys.
It's still just a donut.
I don't care. You can give me a Baileys-filled donut and call it a beignet. I will still eat it.
Spence agrees.
So back to y'all. Y'all are making your way around. Are you gonna? I mean, there's the Ferris wheel that's still going. There's another set of bathrooms. There is a little food service place. There's actually a ride over here that shoots people up and brings them down.
Why don't we step over by the bathrooms?
Yeah, just step over by the bathroom, but not in them.
And I'm still keeping back so I don't
Alright,
fudge up the camera.
So then I eventually turn this on, and then I hit the button to go straight to the gallery.
Roll investigative mystery. What are
I'm
you?
helping by not fucking it up.
No, that doesn't work. What are you doing while this is going on? Okay, roll read a bad situation. Roll read a bad situation.
Well, that's sharp. So.
Alright, I need to mark experience on that first.
Let's see.
Replace.
The first time you start looking at it, you realize there is an issue,
I will do this.
and the whole thing was in Portuguese.
Alright, that's much better.
I will do this with my.
That is a 12.
Okay, so hold on to that. That's a.
Nope, that's a 5.
That's a 12 on rebound.
Okay, so that's a 5. So you got that. So what happens is when you open up your third eye, you are overwhelmed once more by these sheer. It looks like homeless people. It looks like urban explorers. You see a bunch of what looks like high school kids that probably. It is a lot of ghosts, but also you're seeing some of the people's auras and stuff like that. It's just, and there's fear. There is a palpable.
That doesn't help.
Oh, Sybil. Alright, are you seeing what I see on just a daily basis?
Probably a little more right now. Because I'm
Okay.
seeing a whole lot of auras too, and I'm by water, which was probably a bad idea on my part.
I can only see dead auras. I can't see the magical auras.
I'm seeing the live ones.
So
Alright.
I'm gonna stand over here and look at
so
the wall.
what are you holding?
I am holding 3 because I had got a 12 on that read a bad situation.
Okay.
So,
You will be.
first question. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed yet?
As you're going through the pictures, I mean, most of these pictures you can see that this is when Lawrence was urban exploring was maybe 2 months after Katrina.
2 months.
Place was still underwater. This is before even Six Flags staff or owners had tried to evaluate to see if it was worth anything to reopen the park. Like, you see it like he kayaked in.
Oh, so he was exploring over there.
He as you're going through, you can see pictures of him. He had a T-shirt on that had one of the new things, a format that's a media outlet that's not been open that long has been YouTube. So he actually has like his website with a YouTube link underneath it.
Okay.
So obviously he was an urban explorer that was trying to make names like I'm going to be the first one in.
Right.
There's like as you're going through, you notice there's like vortexes in the water, like eddies and whirlpools, but not quite big enough to be like a full-on whirlpool, that don't make sense scattered throughout the water. Like one of them's near with what was the log ride. What's your next question?
Next question is, what is the best way to protect the victims?
Looking through the pictures, I mean, it's really hard because a lot you're seeing, like, as you look in this and then you look at the photos. I mean, a lot of work's been done and a lot of things have been fixed to where it's really hard to think where. It's really hard to try to figure out how to protect the victims here because the victim's already dead, but you know that potentially right now because y'all have all kind of gotten that feeling that something's a little hinky here. That
Are you sure it's not just the brownie?
Before you had the brownie, something was up. Something. I mean, once you realized you had gotten a magical ticket that everybody else, or I shouldn't say magical, but you got. Well, I'm pretty sure y'all. It magically found you in the Netherlands. Right. Okay, so that you got all this, something's up. So you know that everyone in this park is a potential victim.
Right. Okay.
So what I would say is the pictures don't show you anything, but your gut would say what it's been saying pretty much since the beginning is you feel like you got to get people out of here.
Right. Okay. And I would go with what is the biggest threat?
The last picture, and I mean, all the pictures kind of have a glare because you can tell he's taking pictures through this rather large sealed Ziploc bag. The last picture that is taken, you can see, is actually partly up that roller coaster that just collapsed, looking back at the water, back towards the pathway, like to the queue. There are 6 glowing eyes in the water arranged in a ring. Just green to yellow, and in the dead center, almost pinpricks of red staring out of the water. And you think you realize what probably got Lawrence.
Miss Sybil.
Yeah. What's the
That whenever Lawrence was taking these spectacular photos, and then he was going to try to become a YouTube star, you know that it is a website to where that people can upload their cat videos, cooking that they're cooking and all of that, and even just some woodworking videos that I have seen. But anyway, then it's just he has just a lot of vortexes around some of these spots up in the park. But that this last picture, it has that it was something in that the water. Just basically, it had like 6 glowing eyes in a circle that were the colors of yellow, red, and
Green.
Does that ring any bells?
It does, but my memory's foggy, so I'm trying to see that if you can think of something. If you had experienced it up in just your area.
You could roll weird to see if you know.
Snake eyes.
Mark experience. No, it's not ringing a bell for either of you.
Like
but
that. You said vortexes?
right as you say that, you see it come up behind her. You see another Randall.
I see it. Okay.
You see it coming up behind her. Y'all done gone a little bit too far away. There's been an accident, and the security footage shows you. I need y'all to come with me real quick.
There's a whole lot of weird things recorded on that box of yours.
We might as well.
Might as well find out it all.
Right.
Fine.
So, Idall, you're looking for them. Y'all are. Randall is going to take y'all around the big splashdown ride, right past the massive roller coaster, and you start getting into this very Mardi Gras themed area. Like a lot of the buildings, it looks like they built like kind of on one side, like a faux Bourbon Street, and then as you go a little bit further, it's more of like a traditional Cajun out in the woods kind of Mardi Gras type feel, and you can see it through the rides. Give me read a bad situation. Idall, which way are you trying to go to see if you can find your friends? Because you didn't see which way they went.
Okay, so security's not like right on me then. They're just kind
No,
of
you were told to go find your friends and then tell them that the boss probably wants to meet with them.
That's gonna suck.
In that case, I'll
I love
go into the bathroom.
That sucks. For me.
Okay.
I will go to my friends.
Because
So-
I couldn't tell that if the
so,
dogs or not.
Since it's only you, I don't think you have to.
I don't have to roll. So it says you can go anywhere instantly to anywhere you visited before or to a person you know well. So I'll go to Sybil. So I'll go into the bathroom, family bathroom. I'm not gonna lock the door, but I'll.
Oh, Em, what's wrong?
There was a bug or something. But I don't know what it
flew
was.
around my head.
So, you're going to go in the bathroom, close the door.
Not lock it.
I'm just saying, you're going in the stall,
Close.
close
Bifrost.
Bifrost, and the last thing you hear is, "Damn, what'd you eat?" Because it's a boom. So, you're going to Bifrost across the park here with this stupid-ass teleportation power. But here's what happens. Y'all are making your way over here
I rolled an 11.
for a read a bad situation.
Yep.
You get to hold
3.
so mark experience. Okay, so ask your questions as you're going. Something just like the hair on the back of your neck starts to stand up and something seems up.
What's the biggest threat?
Randall.
Randall. What's most vulnerable to me?
The pedestrians around you.
Thick. What's the best way out?
Run.
Run.
So, as you are getting in front of, as you're going down, and you can see. Well, I should say you went through like the little like traditional Cajun area where it's like you got someone doing a crawfish boil, which you're like, oh damn, this amusement park has. To be honest, they're probably Chinese crawfish.
Okay.
Let's be honest here. They're probably getting those overseas crawfish, which is probably causing this park is starting to sound worse and worse because it's like you're pretty sure they're gonna like you heard Babino, but you're sure like when y'all find the guy, he's gonna be like Babinex. But you get through that, and that's like really that one's kind of the carnival games and the food. But as you're getting into this more Bourbon Street like section with the buildings that do the perspective as they make them look 3 stories tall, there's one called the Jesters Arcade that seems to be a dark ride with carts with little laser guns on them. You watch as Randall goes to grab both of you, misses you because you rolled high enough, but grabs Desiree and just flips back over the rail and goes behind the doors as they close, and that's right when Idall lands.
Hi, Sybil.
We need to go in there now.
Okay, what's stopping us then?
Nothing. And I'm gonna pull my staff out of its bag.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I don't.
The damn raccoon got Desiree.
Okay.
So Desiree, while they're outside doing
You've
this,
just been like, Idall.
you have been
smash, like you
grabbed and
always do.
Idall
pulled
smash.
into this
Okay.
ride. It is pitch black, and then all of a sudden there's flashes of what look like psychotic clowns and black lights. There's little red and yellow and green orbs all over the walls. And the Randall has you, and you can see a cart that doesn't have any people come into it, and spikes form out of the front of it.
We're trying to crash through that door.
Yeah, I know, but this is going to happen before y'all crash through.
Alrighty then. So
I get a chance to say run.
let's see what do I want to do.
That was a failure.
Yeah, I failed. So
It's alright, I'm failing too.
I am. Let's see. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Okay then. I want to use magic. I want to basically cast a spell own that the... No, that won't work. Because target breaks something. No, that could work. I am basically just going to basically shake off the shades, and basically that you just see just that her ghostly eyes come up, and then I'm just going to just start speaking up in just some dark Cajun. I'm about to cast Hex on them, so I want to try to use magic to try to basically give him a taste of some own bad luck.
Okay. So roll weird.
I'm going to use these, not these. Put those down.
That's 3.
That is a 6.
6. So that is a failure. You going to spend luck to turn that into a 12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what does this hex do?
I want him to... The target break something precious or important to him.
I'm trying to think, like, right here, what is precious to the Randall?
Probably that the spike cart coming to me.
You can see it now. Desiree just breaks his heart.
You know what? I'm going to... Because this is not really rolling to kick some ass. You're just trying
Right.
to... Okay, so what's going to happen is... he's going to break part of the track that is now trapped Randall's ankle, and you're still being held as the car is now about to hit both of you.
Okay.
And you're in front.
All right.
The two of you outside, like, some of the people, like, did y'all just see? Is that part of it? Like,
No, that's
Nope.
not part of it.
the kid just hits a button, and a little thing rolls down, and you see this alligator doing like this, and you hear, "Sorry, folks, the ride's done closed for maintenance."
Idall smash.
Okay. Axe, meet door.
So you did. People fucking scatter before you even roll. You just pulled out a battle axe and just hit this like door of like this evil clown face and mouth, and you're just like, goof. Okay, so let's roll kick some ass.
At the same time, I'm gonna yell, "I'm a fireman." I am a trained professional.
With a battle axe.
With a battle axe fireman.
Battle axe fireman. That sounds like a bad comic series.
Battle axe fire.
Oh no. So that's a 5.
Okay, so you felt like you slam your axe into the door and you realize you thought this was plywood. Part of it is, but there's a metal door behind this that actually has like some wiring to it. That's how it opens and closes, So you're going to take 1 harm as you're severely shocked.
Good thing I'm immortal. I suffer 1 less harm.
So you're just like, ah.
Ow!
Okay, Sybil.
I rolled a 12 for magic to blast it open.
Yeah, you get an extra effect.
You don't blast me instead in the process too.
Well, there's a door, so I don't need to inflict harm. I will bar a place or a portal to a specific person or type of creature. No more of those mascots can go in there while we are in there.
So you're barring this door or the whole building?
I mean, it says bar a place.
Okay, so as you blow the door open, y'all roll.
Go through. None of the other mascots.
So you just see ice freeze up the sides of this building, like and cake it. Like as y'all are going through, or I should say anybody outside, because I'm sure y'all are going in. There's now ice caking this warehouse building that is this ride, and as y'all get in, pitch black, other than strobe lights and black lights are going off, demonic clowns, and you see probably about 30, 40 feet down the track from you, the Randall and Desiree, and one of these laser carts, but as the strobe lights go off, you can see a glint of metal on the front of this one that you didn't notice on the others. So Desiree, what you gonna do?
Okay, I am basically going to. I am going to try to do something. Wait, where's the list? Okay, I'm gonna try to do something humanly possible. I mean, you know that you can't do it. I'm basically going to. Let's see what I'm gonna do.
If anyone's ever had to deal with a raccoon by the trash can at 1 a.m. in the morning, y'all know how this fight's about to go.
I basically want to.
Yeah, I have a gun. I forget I have a gun.
I'm a wizard.
I cast bullet.
Yeah, I have a gun.
I got magic missile.
That'd be you as a wizard.
If I can, I want to try to use magic to basically just, just basically like get just. Wait a minute. I can actually. Where is it? I want to just summon like some bones to basically just come up to just separate us because you say that the Randall is trapped, but I'm not.
The Randall has a leg stuck through the track.
Right.
And
Stuck.
has you
Right.
grabbed pretty hard.
So what I am proposing is to basically summon up these ghostly arms to basically help me break free of this Randall using magic.
Okay. Now, there may be some consequences to this, though.
I understand, because my luck is not looking too hot right now.
That is a 7.
That is a 10.
Okay, so it's going to go off without a hitch. So, you do that and you just... Spectral skeletal hands are going to shove you, but as you're getting pulled apart, you're going to take 2 harm as the Randall mascot head bites you.
Oh, okay.
Bites?
And you feel teeth sink into your shoulder.
This is some Five Nights at Freddy's shit.
And then you just hear...
I'm just going to just flip it off and try to get out while I can.
Okay, so you're going to get... As you do, you just watch... As the cart smacks the Randall, and you hear something sickly tear and pop.
Ooh.
And you see it... And blood actually comes out of the Randall's mask. Head thing.
Oh.
Okay, Idall.
So I see the hit.
You see it get hit, and you see that the cart's still going. And you can see there's still part of a leg sticking out of the track.
Okay. Can I see Desiree?
Yeah, Desiree just got bit.
But she's not in front of the cart anymore?
No, she dodged the sides, but that mascot head just bit her. Like, I'm going to say that stands out to all of you.
Against my better judgment. Do you have a flashlight, light source?
There's strobe lights and
Yeah,
black lights going off
There's
every
like
so.
lights, but
Kind of, sort of, but I'd rather have something more substantial. I'm going to approach where the cart is going and try and pull this body off the spikes.
Okay. I'm going to say roll tough. This is... I'm kind of counting this as a kick some ass because you're trying to rip this off. As you go to, like, you think, like, it's not really moving. As you're going to grab it, it just bites down on your arm for 2 harm.
So armor subtracts 1, right?
Ignore armor.
Ooh.
I'll take 1 harm then.
The only reason I'm saying ignore armor is, like, I'm assuming, like, you got, like, an actual, like, magical chainmail shirt underneath what
Something
you're wearing.
like that.
But it, like, bit right here, and you're like, why the fuck did I get the baseballs? Why did I get the 3/4 sleeve, not the full? Dad! Winners get full sleeves. You grew. How was I to know? But you get bit, and it hurts. And it's, as you look, the eyes aren't these, like, glassy, fake, mascotty eyes. These things are feral with green, yellow, and then a red slit down the center looking at you. Sybil.
Can I borrow your dice, Jill?
yes.
Every dice that's rolled a 1 or a 2 so far.
So, Sybil, what are you?
Bad dice.
So the thing, so it hit the thing and its leg came off, but it's still howling around biting people.
No, it's still impaled on the front of this cart. He went to go pull it off, and it bit him.
Bit me.
Oh, leave it there.
Yeah.
Can I get around it to go to Desiree? Or is
Oh,
it-
Desiree, okay. Let me not use your character sheet. So, I'm going to draw a big box for this.
I see the big box.
This is the door y'all just came in that's now all frozy. This is where the Randall is. Desiree, Idall, you, the Randall. So Desiree's right here,
Idall's right there with the
and this is still going this way.
Well.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot an ice missile at it to make it stop.
Okay, so that is using magic to kick some ass.
Yup.
So make your roll. Let's see if you can ice missile this boy.
7.
7? That's
It works with one effect and a glitch. It
Yeah.
works with my
Two
effect
level
and a
ups.
glitch.
Okay, so
Okay,
Man.
it's a 1.
it's +1 harm restraining. So can I do the harm to Randall and it be restraining the cart he's stuck to?
Okay, so what's going to happen is your target's going to be restrained. So,
Well, it does +1.
and it does +1, so it's going to be doing 2 harm.
So harm. And
Actually, no, hold on. So you're going to do 1 harm automatically with your magic.
Right.
So then you get +1 for missile, so that's 2 harm, and then you're doing the ice, which gives it another harm. So this is 3 harm.
Okay.
So you hit it, and ice just spreads over this creature, and you watch as the leather jacket like freezes and cracks. You watch the cartoonish fur crack and just red flesh that then blackens from frostbite underneath. And you watch as ice forms over the Randall, and the cart keeps moving, and you hear it grind over it. But the ice also spreads further up, and Croesus, your leg is stuck.
That's not Croesus.
Oh, sorry, not Croesus, but Idall.
Is that
Wrong game.
It's par for the course.
Is that my glitch? Because I didn't pick a glitch.
I'm saying the glitches is that it expands further.
Oh, okay.
So your leg is partially frozen
Oops.
in this, but as it's finished, you watch the sickly, frost-bitten, mangled remains get up, and there is just, you watch maggots start falling out of part of its mouth and its chest,
Ew.
and
That's not good.
you watch as part of its intestines shoot out
No.
and go to wrap around you.
Shield spell. Oh, wait. Oh, that's to protect someone else. That's the most useless shield.
What does it say?
When you protect I guess I can protect myself. I gain 2 armor against any harm that is transferred to me. This doesn't stack with your other armor, if any. So I'm putting up a shield spell.
So you take,
So do I have to roll to protect?
now you have armor, right?
Ah!
That's a big fly.
I
There
have,
is a fly swatter right over here.
I took enchanted clothing last time.
Okay, so you're going to take 2 harm, but I think you have armor which reduces it by...
No, hang on. When you protect someone, gain 2 armor against any harm that is transferred to you. This doesn't stack with other armor.
Right, so what that means is that you jump in front of someone else and put your magical shield up, and you get 2 extra armor to soak that hit.
Okay, I think I have to roll, even though it's for myself.
Let me see. Where's
Just protect someone Prevent harm. Well, this is to another character.
Yeah, so protect someone is to someone else.
Okay, so. So.
You take 2 harm.
Who would have done 4?
No, I'm saying it's doing 2 harm, but you
so
have
it's
armor,
negative.
so you take
1.
Because your armor gives you +1 or minus 1 harm.
I get 2 from the shield. I don't get any.
You're not protecting anyone else, so you don't shield.
I'm taking my pencil.
So since you're not protecting someone else, you don't get the +2 or the -2 harm. So you take 1 as the intestine wraps around your neck
The point of my shield is dumb for myself because.
and then jerks you forward. I think what would work better for what you're saying is
we were using my shield for myself last time.
Yeah, we did not read all the rules.
Because there's no point in me using my shield on myself then.
No, but you could technically shield
Idall.
or
something dumb.
I could do it.
or
to
shield
them,
or
but-
shield Desiree.
Yeah, so I should have taken wall for bases instead.
So you have been pulled forward and almost have fallen over.
Oh.
And you now have these wet, ropey, cold
Ew.
intestines,
Ew.
and you see
Ew.
crawling up them
No.
large ants that have the same glow in their eyes as the Randolph figure. Desiree.
Alright, and so I am just so that she is just like looking at this stuff like Sybil, no! And then I basically just pull out the staff and I'm basically going to like use magic and then just basically cast a spell at just like that point, and I'm also going to try to hex it so that way I can sever that connection, aka a target breaks something precious or important.
So are you actually casting a spell to do damage, or are you just trying to hex it again?
Hex says that whenever that you cast a spell, use magic as well as the normal effects, you may pick from the following.
Okay, so you're going to actually try to kick some ass with magic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then that up in hindsight next time, then he should have also taken a little bit of damage.
Right.
But we know that next time.
So I mean, it should be 1 harm. Roll that
that's
as cocked. So that's 10,
That's
13.
12. Oh wait, 13. Yeah.
That's 13.
Math is hard.
So you're going to deal 1 harm to it with your spell. Well, actually, you got a 13, so you get to pick an extra effect.
Yeah. So that I basically want to extra effect. I want to basically trap. No. Well, shoot, I just said that. So. Which wait a minute, or let's see here. I want to basically do just one thing that is beyond human limitation. So basically that the way that the spell look is just like as that Desiree just shoots out just the staff, that she actually has some powder that she had prepared and she blows it out onto like this thing for also the hex. So not only that I want that to break, I want that to basically just like uncoil around Sybil's neck too.
Okay, so your spell goes off. It's going to take some harm, and it's going to break something precious here. As you hit, that's more what snaps the intestine goes slack coming off of Sybil's neck. Your neck is just covered in black ichor and blood. It smells like old death. Like something that has been left out to rot for a while. And as you do that, you're going to take, it's flipping out one of its intestines at you too. Because it can't move. It's a frozen smear on the ground.
Right.
You don't have armor, do you?
No, I do not.
So that is 2 harm.
Okie dokie. I'm still froggy.
You can use magic.
Okay, no,
to
you are
heal.
unstable.
Yeah, I am unstable.
You are
I don't
unstable.
like that.
So,
I believe you can use magic.
as it does, you watch as the intestine shoots out and it goes through part of the ceiling and hits you. But as it does, part of the fog machine that was above this area that like would shoot smoke right down on you comes crashing down right on top of it, and the Randall is no more.
You can't use magic to heal harm.
So, Idall, your leg is kind of frozen into the ground, but Desiree just it hit part of the ceiling trying to attack her with its, like, apparently Mr. Fantastic guts.
Okay.
And this massive industrial fog machine just crashed on top of it, killing it. Re-killing it. There's now a hole in the ceiling allowing in some light. Smoke's going up. Fog machine is starting to overheat.
We need to go. We should get out of here.
We need to avoid security.
You're going nowhere. You're going to be Shaco.
And you watch all the clown faces that are up around the black light. Their eyes, which were these little orbs that you could probably figure the people in the cart would shoot with the lasers, start glowing in that same 3-color pattern that's been described. And boom, 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 boom.
I'm going over to Idall and I'm using my staff to chip away the ice.
Same. I'm gonna help.
You're not feeling so good.
I'd say heal some harm. I'm gonna go over Idall and try and help him get unstuck.
No, I'm just keeping an eye out for that big old horsefly if it comes back.
I mean, I could try and get us out of here.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to use weird to try to at least heal.
Where do we go?
I mean, I could probably take us to the entrance. Or
okay,
I could put us in your friend's
you
taxi
get an
cab.
extra effect, so you can actually heal too.
We need to find out what's going on here, though. But
you just basically like that. Desiree just gets just basically like that voodoo doll of herself that has like 1, 2, 3, 4. It had 4 pins in it, and then I just take it out. It's just like one of those ethereal pins that keeps going into it.
That's cool.
I want to use.
This is why that you don't make dark deals with just like Cajun lords.
You said maybe we should go to the entrance?
Y'all are not too far away from the entrance. I mean...
Okay, I want to use magic to observe another place or time. I want to use magic to see outside of here and see how many things that will try to stop us are between us and the entrance from where we are. Like, if it's a bird's eye view or whatever.
Because I don't know about y'all, that I don't want to be fighting a bunch of Pennywises.
I'm more concerned about having to explain this away.
4, 5, 6, 7.
7, so it's a mixed success. You get to hold 1. However, I believe...
That's magic, so I don't hold anything.
Oh, you don't hold anything, so it has a glitch.
It's a short duration.
So you're only going to get to see what's outside for a couple seconds. But you can see that there are security guards, and there's at least... Like, there's 2 more Randalls, a Petunia, a Willie. But everybody but little Sammy the Shrimp, because you're pretty sure that nobody can wear that costume. Are outside, like, trying to get people back, because you hear, there's been a fire inside. Then that's, like, also the crash. They're just trying to, like, you can tell, like, as your vision ends, the working staff of this place are probably about to have, like, this is everything that could go wrong is going
Okay,
wrong.
It's swarmed with security outside, so...
That's out front.
Out front.
You know that...
Oh, like the entrance.
Yeah, the entrance.
Okay.
Y'all know that any warehouse, which is basically what this is, has multiple
Yeah, we need to find
fire
a
exits.
Yeah, we need to find a fire exit.
Something should be marked exit.
Let's go.
Nope. Fucking
Go.
There's nothing here. You have to go around this curve further into the
Well, time to
ride.
Go meet fuck me Elmo, apparently.
And that's where we're going to take a little break to stretch our legs, use the potty. So we'll be right back, folks, here in just a second.
Just a second. System now.
All right. And the audio's not messing up. So we're back.
Yay.
We had a little bit longer of a break, mostly so that people could use the potty, and we got distracted by talking about video games.
Yep.
So, y'all are hearing the music play, and it's
Laughing
slowing.
clowns.
You hear laughing. The music is slowing down, like slowly shifting, like to G as the major key.
Sybil, you're not about to like what I'm gonna say.
Probably not.
I think we need to go deeper.
I don't like that.
I'm just waiting for the big horn. Just bong.
Is that the like
Just the-
disembodied Randall still around?
It's under this industrial fog
From
machine.
what I want to try to just investigate it.
Okay, investigate a. I'm going to say this investigate a mystery because it's dead.
It tastes like that one I got
Well,
from
then-
the Chinese place the other day.
Hold up. No, actually, that instead, I am basically just going to like dead ass like look at one of the clowns with just my own creepy eyes, and then you're just going to see just Desiree eyes just go pupil, and then that you guys see this for the first time. They're like one of the souls is going to try to connect onto the center of the head of a clown, and I'm about to try to tune in to one of them.
Okay, you're tuning in to the cardboard or the wooden cutout of a clown on the
That
wall.
is a 10. That is a 10.
Okay,
on
so
magic.
what do you do when you tune in?
You roll weird. On a 10, you hold 3. On a 9 and 7, you hold 1. On a miss, that the monster becomes aware of you. You spend 1 hold to ask the keeper one of the following questions and gain +1 ongoing while acting on the answers. So since I got a 10, I get to do 3. I want to say, like, who does it regard as its biggest threat?
This is going to be really mean. It's a prop that has no mentality. Its biggest threat is fire because it's made out of wood.
Okay. What is it planning to do right now?
It's wood.
It's planning to be scary.
Oh,
You literally connected with
Like, because the
You
clowns that
connected
are
with-
around here are paintings and cardboard props and like mannequins. Like all the little laser sensors and most of those are in the eye holes of these things changed color, but they've gone back to just being these yellow orbs.
okay. So basically that spooky spook went away.
No, we haven't seen the new spooky.
You haven't
Spook
seen
yet.
you haven't seen the new spooky spook, but whatever effect they did went out and around and then faded. It's not like it's in there or like the cardboard or not the card. I keep wanting to say cardboard. It's not like the wooden plywood cutouts and the mannequins are going to start attacking you at this point.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna. Well, it seems safe. Then that they're not going to come in and make us go to the funny farm.
I'm not worried about these things. I'm worried about what Jocko is.
So, quick question: the dead raccoon guy now.
Yeah.
The machinery fell, so it's like head, upper body is completely crushed.
Yeah, this area is gone. You can still see part of the torso that is frostbitten, ripped fur, rotten flesh. The carrion feeders, like the maggots and these ants, have now kind of stopped moving as well. And it's just this putrid pop. Really, it looks like roadkill that's been there for a day or two.
Ew.
Would I be able to tell if is this just old human body?
Give me a... I would say this is a sharp.
Okay.
This is investigative mystery because, again, there's not a danger from the dead body.
5, 6, 7.
7. That's a... You get the hold one.
Okay. What sort of creature is this?
Looking through it, the fur is attached to its body. Like, as you peel it back, like, some of it does peel up because of the way the body's been...
Yeah,
mangled, and also the fact it's rotten, like it's kind of slumping off when you touch it. But the body itself, as you're looking at it, the bone structure seems human, or was human at one point. But like as you look at the hands, that are these still large, very large, not cartoonish looking anymore. But the hands themselves are just these nasty gnarled digits with long, sick, nasty claws. I mean, it looks like it was... You like closely? Werewolf?
Wercoon?
I have a hunch, Sybil, Desiree. Do you want to know?
Well, certainly.
So, I'm thinking whatever is going on is definitely related to the missing people and all the stuff that Desiree's been seeing.
Yes. Oh, yes. And
I suspect that their bodies...
What do you make of these pictures? And then I just passed Idall at the camera.
Oh, yeah, the camera. I completely forgot about that.
So then look at that last picture. That creature.
What? That's very odd. Circular, 8 eyes.
6.
6 eyes.
6 eyes. In the water.
Do you have like any idea what that'd be?
What would I roll?
I think we rolled weird.
They rolled weird to see where to go.
It went nowhere.
It's on the couch, Rob,
It's
so.
beside you.
Where?
Right here. I can get it.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to pull this up before I moved a foot and kicked anything. So if you want to roll weird to see if you might know what that is before Sybil's Magic's about to fry this thing.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. I'm going to say you haven't had experience with this creature before, but like you start noticing, like you don't just look at the eyes, you look around in the water and
I'm connecting the dots.
Yeah, it's a circle. All these eyes make a circle.
And then
All
you
these
got a
eyes make a circle.
spoon.
No, but
And that's
you notice that there's
different.
some more of the. You notice more of its body underneath it. More faint glowing, like you're picking up. Like first you thought it was maybe pixelation, but it's not. There's tentacles on this, and everything about, like, once you can start looking at its form, it reminds you of something your father said that he has to keep an eye on constantly, called elder things, or old ones, outsiders, the other.
Dealing with Cthulhu shit.
So you don't know much about them other than your dad seems concerned if one of these things shows up. And they aren't native to this reality. These came from elsewhere and are here now, which means their simple existence causes problems in reality.
Okay. So at that point, I'd be able to go, yeah, I my hunch was right that it's using the deceased bodies for stuff like this now.
You could assume, I mean, like, again, nothing about this creature makes sense, but everybody give me a just a sharp roll.
That's 5.
That is a 7.
Dude, you killing it on the XP with these bad rolls.
I'm going for 3 level ups tonight.
You're gonna retire. It's like Idall just retires, goes back home.
And
Idall retires, owns a Chuck E. Cheese. He's like, I'm the permanent winner. Mr. Idall, a kid just shit in the ball pit.
Get out the bleach.
I'm sorry. We all know, like, remember being a kid, ball pits were awesome?
Yeah.
Until you realize that other kids are like, well, it's like I'm in a pool. No, son. No, it's not.
They always have that smell.
There's always that, like, one kid always pissed in the ball pit.
Oh, God. Then the phone pits up in trampoline parks, but anyway.
So, what'd you get?
7.
7? You got 7.
7.
You both get, I'm going to say y'all both noticed this.
Mm-hmm.
Idall, this is about to scare the shit out of you. Because you didn't notice it.
I'm focusing in on the camera and the body.
As you're looking at the camera, and like the camera fries pretty quickly.
Sable!
Sable?
Too close.
Sable?
Sable?
Who the fuck is Sable?
Who
Sybil.
is Sable?
I was looking at the camera.
It wasn't me.
That wasn't her.
So as that happens, all of a sudden, it's like something just swings down from the. Like, y'all notice it. It's an animatronic. It is 100% something that's part of the ride. Idall, this comes out of nowhere. What do you do?
Just ingrained training reaction, axe, boom.
You just split this mannequin that has a speaker behind this fanged mouth, and it hits the ground.
Okay, then.
Who's laughing now, clown?
Jacko's laughing, boy.
No, I don't see you here.
Alright, so...
I'd argue I was just
Idall, Sybil.
angry that he got like snuck up on
By an animatronic clown.
Okay, then that
Wow.
me and Sybil had basically... Let's just try to just regroup a little bit. Now,
Y'all are still...
like,
and-
we can try to walk and talk, can't we?
I'm pretty sure that thing's gonna be around the fucking corner.
Yeah, camera's fried.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm just gonna give this back to you.
But that's fine. Then I would also just store this just basically for like just to basically make a little burial for just Lawrence because it was his camera.
I will be the more bearer of bad news. I think this thing isn't of our realms, and I don't know how to deal with it.
What is it?
Well, I have a pretty solid hunch that this is what we in the biz referred to as a old one,
An
or
old
an
one?
outsider, or sort something that has existed before. Well, us, like even Odin.
Older than Buddha?
Well, shit.
I mean, there's some nasty ones, and then there's some pretty young ones, and from time to time they show up, and well, weird. I can't go into any more detail because literally it's just weird.
I mean,
That's fun.
that's fun, but I was just gonna just say that that we just try to just go deeper than that. What was your experience like? Just basically, whenever that we had got separated from the roller coaster incident, what happened to you?
You need to warn me about your brownies. I
Hey.
make assumptions here, and they're never true.
Right now, you're coming down out of being high, by the way.
I mean that my brownies that I always put in like different spells every single time. That I always give them to Calvin, because Calvin, he is the worst drug dealer ever to deal with.
Yes, but sometimes I just don't want the sky to be these crazy colors, and I don't want to see like all of this extra stuff. I just want to have
Welcome to my
Popeye.
world every day. I can
the
see
brownie was
what
great
I can
for
do.
Popeye stuff.
I can
pulled those
see what
cards
I can
out,
do.
but-
Okay, there is currently some kind of murder cloud coming this way. You're telling me we got some H.P. Lovecraft shit going on in this park. So we need to get out of this building and figure out how to stop it before a whole lot more people become
But
whatever
was it
that
like?
was.
But was it like anybody that you had spoke to, or anybody that came and collected you?
Well, I mean, I talked to security. They think I'm really great. The Ray. Let's start with an R.
Ray.
He seems a bit odd. I mean, it might just because it's like he's the boss and there's shit going down, and that's just his way of coping.
Did he remind you of just that Charlie's Angels creepy thin man?
No, he just reminds me of somebody who had what's that thing that you humans have where you just like you don't have emotions?
Oh, impassive?
No, not passive. Like it's like one of those medical conditions.
Medical condition that's just
Yeah.
Sociopath?
Yes.
Sociopath?
He definitely comes off as like a sociopath. He's just like, yes. I told him what had happened. He's like,
So
yeah,
he is
sure.
Patrick Bateman.
Right. Let me take this phone call. Yes. Hello.
So we are dealing with Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
So he might be,
Maybe that is, but
whatever's
okay.
happening here. But
More so.
Huey Lewis in the news. Chasing you down the hallway naked with a chainsaw.
So anyway, then let's try to get the hell up out of this building before that, that you smite another clown.
I
He had
think
it
we might
coming.
need to smite a clown.
So you go, as y'all are going around the corner, you're still getting light from the hole that was ripped, which kind of ruins, like, realizing that what makes this ride scary is black light, strobe light.
Mm-hmm.
The paintings aren't even great. But I mean, as Sybil's going through, every so often you hear one of these sensors just pop. Pop like a light bulb. And you go around the corner and there's more of these, like, it looks like a bunch of clowns dressed like cowboys shooting at a bunch of other clowns dressed like cowboys, but they all got black hats on. So obviously there's good guys and bad guys. And that section of the ride seems to have stopped. It also goes kind of up, down, and then it takes another one of these. Like, you're starting to get that this ride's probably going to do, like...
Still no sign of an exit.
Still no sign of an exit right through here as you're going.
But that we kind of get that the sign that it's kind of like going down up in a dark.
Like, you came in through, and there's a switchback, and then there's the hill, and it looks like there's a switchback. And it looks like right after that switchback, there's going to be another switchback. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like this thing, the way that it seems like this ride's set up to go is there's a lot of jarring turns.
It's like a crazy mouse.
It's just
Yeah, it's-
like a vortex, almost.
No, it's big. They have to fit the ride in the building, so it's got.
No. Just like you can just like hear me out. You remember that the pictures, then that Lawrence had saw some vortexes.
Are any of the vortexes around here?
We might be going into a big one. That's what I'm saying.
But as you're going through, the music is still playing. Everything, like, and you're getting past where the light can be seen from above these walls. Because none of the walls go up to the ceiling all the way. Except for, like, you can see further. Like, eventually this thing's probably going to double around, and then come back out on the other side. Because, I mean, it's like 100 by 200, or like 100 by 150 foot building.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is not a huge space, so they're having to fit a lot into this. So, y'all are doing that but as you keep going, nothing's jumping out at you. It seems like the ride's actually starting to malfunction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did see the kid go
yeah.
and shut the ride down.
Right.
So, like, anything that kind of goes off is almost like Ghost in the Machine kind of stuff. Like, you get through another section, it's like a bunch of the clowns look like they're zombies jumping out to get the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You can see up above, there's like things that fall down and then get pulled back up and fall down and get pulled back up. Like, not like anything that would hurt kids, like like rubber bats and
Right.
stuff on strings. So it's more or less stuff that, like, if it hits you, you'd be like, ugh. But after you, I'll just so that there's some type of hill, switchback. Like, here's the cowboys, there's the zombies, another switchback. All of a sudden, the path is, you see, like, all of a sudden, one of the cardboard cutouts, like, it's going to go to a bigger room here, and the track seems to pick back up, do a switchback, and, like, well, y'all don't see this
So are we
shit.
going through it backwards?
No, you're going through it the right way. But, like, track's gonna... But
Yeah.
in the middle here, like, as you're coming down this hallway, all of a sudden, not quite a cutout, not quite an animatronic, like, it's like... They tried to, like, 3D sculpt something on the front of plywood. All of a sudden it comes out, and it's Beau. Y'all better watch out! Jocko done took over part of the town! And then he pulls back in, and as y'all come into this room, there is a massive clown animatronic. Like, it's hunched over. It's got, like, these massive forearms with large, long talons tearing out of these... Like, if a regular clown in your nightmare turned into, like, a giant reptilian monster, like, big mouth that goes like Glasgow smile from ear to ear, fangs, big eyes that go green, yellow, red slit. The nose is red and glowing with spikes sticking out of it. Probably something you could shoot in the ride. The hat forks into two, like, devil horns. Mm-hmm. And he's got this massive cleaver in one hand. And it looks like he's bolted to the floor, but all of a sudden it moves way too fluid and looks at you.
Oh, thanks, I hate it.
Oh.
And goes, "Just the end of the line for all y'all. Jocko's gonna handle it." And you just see black liquid start pouring from its mouth.
Out of this
I
room?
hate it when I'm right.
There's no, like, you're feeling like you should have found a fire exit. Something in this building is not up to fucking code.
This is
I don't think this park is up to code.
yeah, that this park is
Should've
not
known.
up to OSHA compliant. I mean that
Should've
you know
blasted
that
through the
they
wall.
are that you know that they are worse than the FEMA.
Oh, might have should
So, what are y'all doing as this animatronic is now just sickly liquid pouring out of its mouth, and it's rearing back with this oversized comical cleaver?
Now
up.
that this is now a good time to try to tune into this thing.
That seems a
Not
little
a
street
wooden
for kids.
I
plane.
think maybe we should back up so we're not inside the room.
That is a 6. That is a 9.
Okay, so where you get?
1. I get a whole 1.
Okay, what are you trying to figure out here?
Oh. Let's see. Who does it regard as the biggest threat?
That which laughs.
Oh no.
So you just, so you were just reaching out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's not some kick some ass or anything.
Right,
So
no.
you do that. You look, like, you make eye contact with the Jocko robot.
Mm-hmm.
It makes eye contact with you. And the first thing you get is, you're like, what's the biggest threat? And you're thinking it's going to mention one, and it says that. And what you get is just in your head, that which laughs.
That which laughs.
The hell is that which laughs?
Hell does that mean?
What's everybody else doing? I mean, I don't get a turn. I just react.
Okay.
We could always just back up and blast through another wall.
But we also don't want this thing out of character. That we also don't want this thing to basically destroy whatever is left of this shitty park.
It is bolted to the floor.
I'm gonna make balloon animals out of your intestines.
The biggest threat is that which laughs.
I really don't want to deal with this thing. I'm going through this wall.
So, which wall are you going? Like,
Is it trying to? If we back up, is it trying to?
I'm
come
assuming
after
we're,
us,
like-
Or...
Well, I mean,
Here?
way Monster of the Week works. This thing's swinging at you, but I mean, it doesn't have a turn. I, as the keeper, don't get a turn for the monster. It's all just response.
That which has the biggest
So
laugh.
I'm assuming we're right here, and the clown's here, or is
No,
it down here?
this is Jocko.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and it looks like the way the animatronic is, it swings and flails all over this room. There's all these other little clown animatronics that all look kind of super evilly.
So I'm assuming most of us are standing here.
Y'all are, let's see,
We're all
Idall,
away.
Sybil, Desiree. Y'all are here in this long hallway that led up to it.
That
I'm unamused, and I'm gonna go through this wall.
So you're like, nope, and you're gonna attack this wall?
Yep.
Okay, well, roll, kick some ass.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so yeah, you just swing your axe and it busts open this section of the plywood.
Hey, look, a door.
I was thinking we're around the back, but
And you actually see the maintenance hallway.
okay.
But you're gonna take 2 harm. As you're swinging at that, Jocko's cleaver does get you along your arm.
ooh.
Jocko doesn't want to be ignored. But however, you're immortal, so you reduce it by 1 harm, and this does not ignore armor. So,
So you're good.
I'm good.
like, it just goes across. It catches your chainmail, and you're like, "Whew! Thank God, or thank Dad, I'm not mortal." Because, like, you're sitting there like, that's going to be a bruise. Like, you know this. It's going to be like a bruise like that wide across your arm.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep on my side in the next couple
Okay,
of
they
weeks.
think
Like,
we
in fact,
should
your hand,
go
like, you got
home.
that tingle, but as you look in, you actually see, as you look in, one of the service lights are on, but there's actually a door that leads out into this room with Jocko, that if you look back around, it's hidden behind a plywood door that would swing open with the door.
Of course.
So there's probably exits hidden behind
Panels.
panels.
But he just made us a way into that hallway, though.
Yes.
So you just made a way into that hallway, so what are you doing now?
Go! Both of you go!
What are you doing?
After you.
I'm waiting for them to go through the hole, and I'm making sure that Jocko's not gonna stab anybody.
You're
Yep, go! Go!
Alright.
Go!
one large, heavy foot hits the ground
I
as...
will shoot ice at it, at its foot to do +1 harm restraining.
Okay, so is this a missile?
Yes.
Okay, so that means if you succeed, that's 3 harm and restraining.
Yes. 9, 10, 11.
11. You don't get an extra fet, but it goes off without a hitch, no glitches. It spits at you, and that black viscous liquid burns.
Ow.
It's 2 harm, but you
I
have.
have 1.
So it basically just spit acidic vitriol right across you, and it's trying to pick up that frozen foot as it
Get in the hole!
breaks free its other foot.
Go in the hole!
Alright.
Are y'all? What are y'all doing? Are y'all
Okay,
running?
then, so as that it breaks free and as that I'm going back, going into the hole, I just start mechanically laughing because that I am like, oh wait, I should have picked another tag for the dark side. I would do that later. But I just start just seeing like hallucinations. Start just making myself just go crazy. Just start hysterically laughing while I just basically just like just basically just point at it and be like, Jocko, that clown is so useless. And then I just cast magic to try to do a hex on it.
Okay, so you're casting magic to do an attack, so that's 1 harm, unless you roll a 12, and then you're hexing it. Okay. 7 plus 3, so a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're going to take 2 harm
Okay,
because it spit acid at you.
that's fine.
You're unstable again.
Okay.
You don't have
But I don't have armor. But let's see here. Then at the target. Then let's see here. Then
Can I roll to protect someone?
let's see,
Can I roll to protect?
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay.
let's see here.
So-
then
You gotta roll to see if you actually can do it.
I'm going to try to protect you from that.
okay.
So ancient weapon, ancient fighting art gives me a +1 when you roll to protect someone.
Okay.
So that is that's tough. +3. 3, 4, 5. Nope.
Okay, so you failed
Okay.
And I
No.
leveled up.
a second time.
Yes.
So what happens when you fail to protect someone?
Nothing. I fell.
Yeah, you're gonna turn.
I don't manage it. I guess.
You're gonna go protect, but you kind of catch your foot on part of the track. And you don't make it there quite yet.
All right, then. So what I am going to do, instead of doing damage, I am going to do a twofer. I'm basically going to trap it wherever it is with just like ghost bones. Just start getting up on the legs, and also with the hex, I want to try to break those legs because that the target breaks something precious or important.
Okay, so you have bones.
important.
You got the ice that's formed up it. You've got the bones grabbing on it, and the first leg that gives is that right leg that came loose, and you see it break. I mean, Jocko's built like a gorilla, like big upper body, small.
He skips a leg
baby
day.
legs.
Yeah, they're beefy, but not proportional. Like
But he
Johnny
still skips
Bravo.
leg day. He still
So
skips leg day.
rip and just the knee. Looks like you might have a leg up on Jocko. And it's as
That
it
was
rips
awful.
as it rips forward,
Hey.
it rips free from the other leg. Mm-hmm. And now it's on its knees and moving forward to y'all with its
Get in
arms.
the hole, Desiree!
So no, you didn't get in the hole. What are you two doing?
He went in the hole, I thought.
No, he
Oh,
tried
Desiree
to.
did go in the hole.
Did you run in the hole? You couldn't make it back out of the hallway to get to her then, to protect her. So what are you doing? Are you going down the hallway?
Where's Desiree at?
Desiree's just outside of the hole and is trying to still cast magic at this whatever you're dealing with.
Desiree, you're coming with us. And I am going to drag.
Okay, so you're just going to grab Desiree and run?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
All I did is just wanted to
She
weaken it.
she has got some serious acid burns on her. She is not looking good.
Okay. Well, do I risk it?
I'm just saying, are you running?
If you pull...
She's in front, so I can't go past her. But I'm pulling Desiree.
No, I'm not in the hole. I've been waiting for you two to get in the hole.
Because
I'm going after
she
you.
tried to restrain the robot, and then she doubly restrained the robot.
And it's not working, so you guys get in there, and then I'll get in there.
How hurt are you?
I am
Unstable.
Unstable.
Okay.
This is going to require something's not done. She needs medical attention again.
I got it. Caught it with my foot.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I
Stop
bent
leaning
up.
over.
I hope the
Bent
mic picked that up.
This is what Claire. It did. I don't even know what Claire's watching, but
Wait.
so I
I'm
mean,
waiting for you to
no.
get
If you're
out.
if you are grabbing her and running, that is your action.
Do it.
Not running. So I'm grabbing, and I am going to start moving down the hall.
Mhm.
But as I am dragging you, I will be cast Lay on Hands.
All right.
What is this, D&D?
Sort of.
Sort
Are you a
of.
pally?
Sort of.
Kinda.
Sort of.
Oh!
Oh.
Boxcars. So what happens here?
So on a +10, heal 2 harm or an
Okay.
illness, and you're stabilized.
All right.
Okay.
So that's back to 2.
Okay, so the acid burns start to, and y'all are going down the hallway. Sybil, what are you doing? Jocko's coming.
I'm jumping in the hole if they're in there.
Okay. That you're just running.
I'm going after them. I was waiting for them to get in the hole.
So you're doing this like lay on hands while running, and just Sybil. knife hands.
Go.
And you hear-
Go.
The wall get ripped open and you say, "Here's Jocko!" And you also start hearing giggling from either sides of the walls.
Is there a door out of here? down
Yeah, there's
the
an exit down at the end of this. There's a you see the
go.
red you see the exit red letters, but there's laughing coming from either side of this. Like on the other side of the walls you can hear the clowns
I have
laughing.
shield. Go. We just need to stay close together and run.
Well, I will, shield wall this thing. If you shield me and Desiree gets the door open.
I can get the door open.
Okay, get the door open.
We're booking it.
We are booking it.
We're sprinting.
So y'all are. I mean, it's not like you're not having to run far, but Jocko's like I said. If Jocko was to ever stand up fully, like if that animatronic could stand up, it'd been taller than the building. So you're basically watching like mini Kong tear its way through this wall.
Terrifying.
So that it's basically crawling at this point because.
Well, I mean, as it gets through, you see one arm gets onto this wall. I mean, it's too big physically for the space it's getting into, but it's coming and tearing anything with it at this point.
Yeah, we need to get out of here.
Okay.
Feels like some Resident Evil shit now.
So yeah, I'm just gonna,
We're
get
booking it to the
between
door.
those two and Jocko. So
just
Desiree's
kinda-
at the door, and
Yeah.
you're gonna do.
I'm trying to
whatever
make sure
you
they're
do.
both with. I can shield either of them.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm about to try to open up the door.
Opens.
Open.
It's a push bar. It's a
Let's
fire
go.
escape
Push
door.
her out. I grab Idall and like
Well,
flip us both
no.
out.
It goes Idall, then you. So are you going out the door as you hit that bar?
Yes.
Okay, you get out there, and you get out. So first off, daylight hits again, and it's kind of. But you realize there's a security fence around the back of the building that is locked. So you got about 15 feet, and then there's a fence that goes around the
What
back.
the hell is the fence?
Do I see the lock on the fence?
Yeah, it's down that way, towards the other end of the building.
God.
He has an axe. We're fine.
So-
Yeah, so the door's open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say we'll go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go.
You just run out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Sybil just runs up. So y'all get out. You realize 15 feet fence that goes like around the back of the building because there's equipment back here that probably didn't want little badass kids.
I
You know.
slam the door shut behind me.
Oh no, my one weakness, a closed door.
Shut up. Break the lock. Come on, let's get out of here.
Okay. Do you want me to roll?
You hear the laughing getting louder and louder, and you hear some banging on the walls of the building.
Nope. Nope.
This is my opening act.
Yep. No, we gotta get from behind here. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go give the lock a smack.
I'm not gonna. It's a lock, and you have a fucking mystical battle axe. You pop it loose, but as y'all are doing that, you see
Running.
a portion of the building like rip open, and Jocko comes out.
No.
And as it rears back and looks like it's gonna throw the massive cleaver, you watch the color in the eyes fade, and it goes back to being an animatronic, and it's not beastly anymore. It's just this big animatronic clown, like really big, fat, like Bozo the Clown looking one that has this. Instead of it going up to horns, it goes off like this. And the big knife turns into like this weird like water gun and just falls over as a lifeless hulk of machinery.
What the fuck was that?
I have no idea what that was.
It looks like we got some of the park goers, some of the guests that were in the ride have gotten out after the malfunction of the fire system and the Jocko unit.
Oh no.
And there's a security guard, younger security guard. I need y'all to come. Y'all are the last ones. Like the other two cars that were in got out. Just come with me. We need to ask y'all some questions about what just happened. Holy crap! Is that the Jock? Did it fall and roll?
Yeah, it was crazy. And
Yeah, that.
the
You wanna
fog
talk
machine
about
it
malfunction?
fell.
Come on! Let's go! Let's move! Because if it did that, this building's gonna come down. there's a lot of the load bear.
Talk about a malfunction.
And y'all get brought around to the front. And
I put my shades back on just so people don't see.
you see that this area has now been, like, you don't see really many guests left right around here.
Sybil, do you know any good lawyers?
But you do notice that you see, honest to God, you see some police. We're here now.
Horn.
Any place we recognize?
No. It doesn't look like a lot of the NOLA police. It looks more like the parish sheriff's department. And you see several security guards, about 6. You also see several of the mascots all staring at y'all from a little bit further back. Like it looks like there's some barricades that have been put up that just like have the big owl going, "Sorry folks, please ignore our mess" type stuff. And that's where all the mascots, seems like they had been crowd controlled, but they all kind of turn and
Those things.
look at you. And very quickly you see a taller man wearing a suit, a thinning widow's peak, little square glasses. Well, I think I got some questions because 3 of you are on all 3 of my rides that broke. I don't know if I need to necessarily call Veneman. I'm thinking that we need to go see the manager, Mr. Babineau.
I'm thinking you have a lot of broke-ass rides, sir.
I'm thinking that the only rides that have malfunctioned have had you 3 on them. Because
I wasn't on a roller coaster. Were you on a roller coaster, Desiree?
you're on
Oh,
the
I know,
security footage
Sybil.
being amongst the legs, one of which gave out to help cause the roller coaster to collapse.
I told you we need a lawyer at this point.
Well, Uncle Danny's a little far away at the moment.
But there's several rides that have been going perfectly fine. So let's go see Mr. Babineau.
All right. But I will say I think you need to talk to some of your mascots so they stop grabbing people. 'Cause
Forcing
that
them
could
on
cause
rides
you
they don't
a
want to
whole
go
lot
on.
more legal trouble than any of this. That's bad PR.
Just like
Security footage just showed her hopping the rails and going into the ride.
Your security footage is full of shit.
Picture says 1,000 words, video says 10,000, and also wins lawsuits. Anyway, let's go see Mr. Babineau.
nonchalantly that as that he's talking, I'm just nodding and then just like up in like defense with them, but I'm trying to. Excuse me.
Okay.
I am going
That's the spell.
I am going to basically try to read his thoughts and read a bad situation.
Okay, so you're going to try to connect. All right, let's see. Let's tune in.
No, telepathy, not tune in.
Okay, so telepathy, you're trying to read his thoughts. Okay.
That is a 10. That is a
Oh,
10.
sharp.
Sharp is
Okay.
2. So then I'm reading a bad situation.
Okay.
Okay. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed yet?
From this individual reading his mind? Mm-hmm. No.
Okay. Well, he's obviously the biggest threat so far. What is the best way to protect the victims?
Us.
Well, y'all are currently the victims. He's wanting you to go to the manager. So the best way to protect it so that y'all do not get arrested is to follow him to go to the manager
Okay.
/ owner.
And I would say like no, because then those are obvious. I would go with what is the most vulnerable to me?
Most vulnerable to you?
Mm-hmm.
Him.
Oh.
He's vanilla.
Man, you could just be a normal human. That would be pretty vulnerable to you.
Yeah. Like, you're starting to get that this dude,
Mm-hmm.
what he's understanding with whatever's going on, his understanding is there's 3 people that have been around the 3 rides that have had severe, deadly malfunctions.
Right. Okay.
And, I mean, like, just from the logic standpoint that y'all could probably put together, because I'm sure you're going to whisper this while y'all are
Right. And then
walking. This guy's looking at it as like, someone broke the rudder that would allow you to go to the blacklight tunnel and the cave sequence on the log ride, and then you would have come up through the second drop. So someone broke that mechanism, and y'all were the ones in the ride, and it looked like somebody was shoving something down into the water behind their log.
But the thing, it almost took our heads off.
And then 2 people were around the legs of the roller coaster right before there's a catastrophic failure. And now the 3 of y'all come barreling out of the back of the building, followed by a animatronic that by no means should have gotten that far away from its base. So, like, this might be me
that's just his thoughts.
that more or less what you're getting is this dude is concerned that y'all are a serious
Safety hazard.
yeah.
Or the guilty party.
Yeah. So, he leads you all the way back around. And give me a sharp.
I'm so good at those.
8.
That's 8.
I got an 8.
8. It's getting dark. Clouds are rolling in. Like, the close, like, he leads you down here from the Mardi Gras town. You go past, like, Little Critter Country. And it looks like there's a bunch of families, like, over here. It looks like mascots and staff have kind of pushed people over here to where there's, like, another little small restaurant. Little Sammy's Sugar Shack. Which seems to be, you know, like your pizza, cotton candy, carnival. You know, stereotypical, like, the really crappy puffy pizza, like, the Hunt's pizza at the gas station quality, but they charge $10 for it. But it looks like there's a lot, like this area's full. The rides are shut off, but there's like a couple playgrounds. And there's mascots coming around and talking to the kids. A lot of the dads seem to be around the Petunia. And then you get led back through, and again, as you go to the garden, the relaxing, it's getting crowded. It looks like nobody's actually left.
Aren't they letting people out?
It just seems, I whisper tone. All it does just seems like that they just corral everybody into a big spot.
Well, I was actually saying out loud, haven't they been letting people out of the park?
The police are trying to get statements because with where these rides have malfunctioned near y'all, almost every single person in this park is now a witness. And they're also trying to make sure, because several of these rides should not have malfunctioned in the way that they did, that people have not been sabotaging. So nobody's been allowed to leave the park, but nobody's allowed to be in. The gates have been closed. So, Sheriff Department's going through. Also, we got some paramedics here checking out some of the folks. Plus, our on-site therapist is helping a couple of kids that just lost their mother. But you go through the Good Time Gardens, and you get taken back through a service building. Mm-hmm. And then you go up a set of stairs, and as you get up, you now realize you're on the 2nd/3rd floors of the main street. Mm-hmm. And as you're going down, you can look out, and there's a ton of people over near the restaurant. People it's like when you watch the movie Jurassic World, how everybody was just there on that main thoroughfare, which is actually the same spot they used for the movie. Right. Just as you're looking out, and you're getting taken to a office that just says Beau Babineau, owner and general manager, operator, on this big glass door. And the first thing you notice as the door is open, that you just smell old, thick cigar smoke. Like there's a little bit, not like a really big one, but closer up towards the light, there's a haze in this room. And you can see looking out a window is a portly, middle-aged man just smoking, and you can actually see that his hand is trembling a little bit.
He's having a bad day.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
I'll say so.
Well, then that at
Southern
least
aristocrat
you can
voice.
probably recover a little bit more than FEMA. FEMA has been helping the fine folk of New Orleans.
Well, he turns around and you see it's a face that has been, he looks older than he probably is. Like physically looking at his body, either he's an old dude that's a little heavier but is taking care of himself, or he's a younger guy that's just, his face is aged with stress.
I'm pretty sure today has forced some age stress on him.
Yeah.
But I need all y'all to sit down, grab a seat, drink, water, soda, whiskey.
Whiskey sounds.
Really?
I'll have one myself. And he pours 3 whiskeys. Madam,
I'm fine, thank you.
water,
I'm
soda,
I'm fine, thank you.
wine spritzer,
Fucking Southerners. I'm fine.
Zima.
This isn't the 90s anymore.
I still got Zima. I also got some Crystal Pepsi and some Surge.
Take water.
That can't be good anymore. This is
I think this
2005.
the Surge has just become its own special kind of alcohol. It's like, what happens when Surge levels up? It becomes absinthe. Not really. Don't. No, that's not how math works.
That's not math.
So,
I'm fine, thank you.
okay, as y'all sit down, he takes a seat and a chair across. Like there's a sofa, 2 chairs, a little table, and 3 chairs on the other side. And he sits in that center chair. He's like, I'm having a bad day
What a coincidence.
right now.
So are we.
So are we.
So, I'm going to have to ask you something serious. Do you work for Warner Brothers Six Flags Corporation, who has been fucking with me about me getting the rights to this park before they settled their insurance?
No.
Nope.
No.
Don't you lie! And like, as he said, the glass door vibrates with, like, you see the assistant managers outside the door, like,
No.
because I got a serious problem looking at the 3 of you.
That'd be a hard no, son.
I have a crack in the bottom of the trough of my log flume. The rudder's broken. The rudder mechanism is also connected to the low swinging saw blade mechanism that it's supposed to swing down before you go to one side or the other.
Yeah, no.
So somebody broke that, which then broke the arm. I'm looking at several $1 million to replace that because fiberglass apparently ain't cheap. And I've been told you can't just duct tape that shit. All 3 of y'all were involved in that. Then my roller coaster, the 2 of you are on the security footage next to a leg that gave out and caused part of the track to pop loose. And now I hear my most expensive piece of equipment in my God blessed park done tried to take a walk next to you. My $7.5 million Jocko animatronic made by Wed.
I'd actually like to see the security footage for that.
Ditto.
Because I know what I saw. One of
He
your employees.
he pulls out a remote and clicks it, and you see a screen. It goes to go on, and then it just explodes.
Oops.
And he's just,
One of your employees dragged my friend in there. We went in because, you know, that's the kind of stuff that winds up on like the police reports
Or else that I
Or
can.
2020.
Or else that I can.
Or
just
My
that
security
24 hours.
footage.
I am injured, so.
I can see that, but that also happens when you hop a fence and run into a roller coaster, or at least a dark ride.
I didn't do fair point
Do you
for
have
the
a-
roller.
But like I
Screen
said,
to
one of your
show us
employees
your,
dragged her.
Okay, if
Security footage on?
there's multiple, like you can see there's a couple different TVs, but the one he just turned on that was closest just exploded. So are you doing something to stop TVs from exploding?
I mean, I've been, suppressing magic.
Yeah, but you're also been a little excited and thrown some magic around. So there's static around you. So I'm going to roll weird to see if you can suppress some of it.
I want to try to help.
You're like, remember your breathing exercises.
Nope. Nothing for
12.
me.
12.
Oh, you didn't need my
Okay,
help.
but that opens you up to danger because you fail, I believe.
But he also turned around and just turned it on before I had
For
a
help
chance.
out?
So now that I'm aware,
For help out, it doesn't open me up to danger.
that's
On the
third
help
eye.
out.
No, I'm looking at help out. 7 to 9, you help. Grants them a +1 to roll. Okay, so that's that one.
Yeah.
It's if you had rolled a mixed success, you would have been open to danger. So it just fails.
Yeah, it just fails.
Now I'm aware he's trying to turn the TVs on, so I'm making
Right, so
sure I suppress
here's what's
it.
going to happen. You're trying to help. So the first, because I mean, it's like a bank of TVs over to one
Well, he kind of
side.
turned around and did it, so I wasn't prepared.
So I mean, like he had his big TV that was next to Jess, and there's also kind of like the security wall. Like you can, so he's obviously watching his park,
Yeah.
other than just the security officers. First one blows up because of you, and he
Oh.
turns on as he gets it. Y'all watch a video, and it's you're walking, and Desiree's walking, and then it looks like Idall comes running up from off screen, and then it just looks like Desiree hops the fence and runs into the roller coaster, or runs into Jocko or arcade shootout.
Well, that's is it on like repeat?
Yeah, he just rewinds it.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it with my third eye open.
So you're using magic.
and I am basically
No,
going to just
reading
be
about
like,
situation.
Opening your third eye, though.
But yeah, well, no,
I'm
that's
gonna
that.
be
I
like,
don't roll weird. I roll.
that is altered footage.
Yeah, but opening your third eye is still magical.
This, is it?
It's a third eye.
Well, I know, but I'm not like.
It may cause some issues.
So basically, that while that we are watching this, and then that I can use this passive of sight. Am I seeing like any invisible creatures around up in this room or anything like that?
So you're doing your what?
No, that this is a passive. I just see invisible spirits all the time and magical influences.
There's something, but you can't really make it out. It's not like there's a ghost in here, but there's something's always at the corner of your eye.
What about
Yeah.
the roller coaster?
And then that's just not one of mine.
What about the roller coaster?
You asking about the roller coaster?
Yeah,
Shows the footage, and the footage is y'all digging around one of the bases of the roller coaster.
you really think something like that would make one of your multi-ton roller coasters fall?
I would hope not, because the inspectors had done told me that it was fine and there wasn't going to be liquefaction there with it as close to the water and where everything's been since the hurricane. But, and it shows like y'all are digging and then y'all run off.
Looks like there's some missing stuff in there.
Well, no, you run off and then you watch that leg, which is the one that you magically braced, give, and then you see the break in the track that y'all know happened that happened in a different order to y'all, but it looks like something was done around the base of that leg, it gave out, and then the track broke.
There's something hinky going on
There's
here.
something.
So the footage is out of order.
Yeah, footage is out of order.
We don't see that thing dragging you in, but that's got to be some very quick editing.
That this got to be some hot that. Oh, let's see.
What about inside the log flume?
He switches it over, it looks like, from what you can see, the main thing you see is, like, you can see the rudder arm is going, and then something happens to it, and you see Idall. Like, you can't see any, like, this one's not as clear, but you can definitely see that Idall slams something behind the boat and is, like, dipping into the water with something.
It doesn't show the thing almost taking our heads off.
And as the paddle then breaks, then it shows.
That's not right.
That's not right.
That tried to almost hit us before we made it over there.
Mm-hmm. So I need to ask y'all once more. Are you working for Warner Brothers and Six Flags Incorporated?
No,
No.
I think you need to like take a look at who's messing with your footage.
I mean, that with all due respect, sir, I think that you need to basically talk to your maintenance man about some of the faulty things that's been happening. Because then on that long ride, that it almost took off our heads.
I think I need to be talking to the sheriff
I
and
rolled a
his
5
deputy.
on weird. So my third eye. Shit.
Your nose just starts bleeding.
Fuck.
I believe I need to be talking to the sheriff and his deputies about having you arrested because you are responsible for the death of at least one individual in this park.
That shows us doing nothing that
That
caused your
shows us
roller coaster
doing
to
nothing.
malfunction.
He rewinds it. You're digging around the leg.
Desiree, show
Leg
him.
gives out.
Show him the camera that's...
We were looking for something that
We
used
have
there.
found a camera from one of my
It was several
contacts.
inches under the ground. If there's
Yes, it
something
was
that
several
would make
inches.
your
That
roller
looks
coaster
like just an
malfunction.
old digital camera that
Yes.
you didn't take care of. It doesn't.
We knew
It doesn't
it was
even look
there.
like it was underground.
It was wrapped up.
It was basically wrapped up in plastic. That it was that urban
He
explorer
just
kid by the name
turns
of
and
Lawrence.
dials. Go ahead and send the sheriff up. And shortly after that, you see a tall, lanky individual wearing a brown shirt
Told you we needed a lawyer.
and blue pants,
Idall.
wearing big, thick aviator shades. You just hear, did they actually do it there, Mr. Babanax? Oh, Sheriff, I got the footage for you. They're refusing it.
Refute.
They're refusing that it's true, but I got it right here.
It doesn't show us doing anything that caused actual harm.
And then that my friend here was regarded as a hero, weren't you?
Yeah, I was on that ride. Why would we sabotage something that, if you seem to think that we're all working together for this Six Flags company, why would I be on a ride if we were sabotaging it?
The sheriff just looks right. Son, you don't even have a bruise on you.
Lucky me.
No, physics says that you should be broken and battered and be next to that woman that's still in that car.
Do I have to talk about this story with the rock climber on the Grand Canyon, the boulder, and... Guess I do.
Adrenaline's an amazing
It's
thing.
almost like you'd have to be more than human
Whoa.
to survive that, Mr. Idall, Himdall's son.
And who are you?
And who are you?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm Lawrence Oakey.
Lawrence Oakey.
Roll me weird.
God damn it!
6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10.
You're looking at his badge, and it just says L.OKI.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to end the game for tonight, and we'll be back on Thursday.
Oh!
He who laughs.
God.
Hope y'all enjoyed, everybody.
I think this is gonna be a 3-parter.
I figured it would be because
Oh,
I wasn't going to go past 11 o'clock tonight. We'll finish it up next week so we can finish the break for Stefan Carcass. So,
Great. So
Great.
I'm mixed because on one hand I'm just
Wait,
like,
I didn't want
there's
that.
a great old one and Loki, or is it just Loki? At the same time, there's a lot of weirdness. A bit too much for Loki.
almost like chaos is seeping through.
Yeah, a bit too much. I mean,
Chaos
there's
seeps
Loki,
through whenever
and
that there's an old one involved.
Loki plus something.
Anyway, folks, please follow us at on Facebook at Team Bonus Action. We're also on YouTube, still YouTube Team Bonus Action. Here, twitch.tv/Team Bonus Action. Twitter,
At
again,
bonus_team.
and Spencer has his Ninja Spence channel, and
It is basically that you can give me a follow on twitch.tv/Ninja Spence 21, and then my YouTube channel is also YouTube/Ninja Spence, to where then I basically had got a trailer of just my own Monster of the Week game that I'm planning. But I do stream a lot of basically like art drawings and just games and stuff, so that you can just come by and check out, and we can talk about D&D and other stuff.
Oh wait, XP.
oh, XP. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll handle that, and then we'll do. Thank you. So let's do it. Let's do this again. Where's the paper that has the cheat sheet?
Come on, level 3.
Where's the paper that has? Okay, here we go. So, did we conclude the current mystery?
Nope.
No. Did we save someone from certain death or worse? Y'all did save Desiree. So that's one. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
Yes.
And what's that?
Loki.
Loki.
And there's also
Cthulhu.
the thing with
That
the
there's
They
a-
learned
outsiders.
about the outsiders.
Yeah,
The
the
great old-
great
Cthulhu
old
shit.
ones.
Okay, so yeah, we did that. Did we learn
What?
something new and important about one of the hunters? What did we learn?
Desiree's spirits can come out of her eyes and tune into things.
All right, accept that. So that should be 3 experience.
Yeah.
So
I leveled up again.
I leveled up twice.
let's. The last thing we'll do is we'll finish up level up before we go. So if everybody wants to, you leveled up
Yes, twice.
twice. You leveled up
Once.
once, and you leveled up.
2.5.
Okay.
2.5.
So all those failed rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, my dice weren't on point. Thankfully, we weren't
kinda
playing
wanna-
D&D. That would have been a disaster.
Take a move from another.
Thank you, Cuppy Cakes.
Thank
I'll
you.
follow y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Um,
Ooh, I need to
So,
look through the book.
I'm going to take
again.
another divine move.
I kind of want to up my weird, but I also want to take another combat magic pick.
I have already chosen the other 2 spooky moves, so I'm gonna have to end up taking moves from a different playbook.
I'm picking up Soothe.
Thank you.
What does Soothe do?
When I talk to someone for a few seconds in a quiet voice, it calms them down. And basically, they are no longer panicking, angered, or any other negative emotions.
Okay.
And this works even if the thing that freaked them out is still present. As long as they can hear me.
Okay.
Okay, that's the keeper section.
You know what?
And I think I'll just grab a stat.
I think I'm gonna up
Okay, I
my
got this.
sharp actually.
Okay, then let me see here.
So that will up my sharp to the max of 2.
Unless...
We roll a lot of sharp.
Okay, then I
Well, that's investigate a mystery and read a bad. Well, it's read a bad situation, but let's see. Here's a cool read a bad situation.
No, act under pressure
Sharp.
and help out.
yeah,
people.
sure.
Okay.
Okay, then so
So I've upped my sharp.
can I say that I get a I want to take combat magic, but can we basically say that I can only pick a base, and then I don't get any of the effects from the Spellslinger, but I would just get like one of these to kind of help out a bit. So
Yeah,
if
it just
that,
means what it means is that when you you would roll weird instead of tough,
Right.
or kick some ass,
Right.
and then you would roll
right.
And when you act under pressure, you could use weird in some situations.
Okay, then I just want to just be. Oh, so then it'll basically. But I was just going to say, instead of that, the effects, that since that I already got a lot of spooky stuff going on, then I can just pick just one of these bases.
Yeah, you'll just pick a base.
Okay, then that's what I wanted to know. So I will probably end up going with a. Let's see. Since I am mainly a kind of like a. I want to say I'm kind of the controller of the group, if that makes sense. Let's see. I want to probably end up going with a. I would say a wall. I am just going to just take the Spellslinger's wall.
Okay. So just make sure you got that. Well, I mean, Emily's also got it on her sheet.
Right.
I don't have.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Spellslinger's wall. So then that's just going to be one harm, magical barrier, close. One.
You can either
armor,
hurt them like with a wall, or you can add 1 to your armor.
Okay.
So I got a question.
I was almost gonna take that, but I took.
Okay.
If I grab what I need when I need it, it allows me to basically store anything in the magical space that I have access to. What would I be able to store there? Like, would I be able to get some of those apples and put there in case of emergency?
I don't think you're going to be able to get a hold of too many more of those apples.
I'm just trying to think of what I might
Oh, that
use
sounds
for.
so good.
Because, getting a boss just doesn't sound enticing. Of course, I might cast out evil.
That is going to.
You know what? Yeah, let's do that.
You're going to get cast out evil. What does
Yep.
cast out evil do?
You may banish an unnatural creature from your presence and roll plus tough. On a 10 plus, it's banished. On a 7 to 9, it takes a little while for the banishment to take effect. The creature has time to make 1 or 2 actions. Either way, the banished creature is unharmed and you have no control over where it goes.
And I am.
Let me see that again. Because I'm figuring. I got to figure out how this.
Like I
So basically, it's a slow banish.
yeah.
Okay, so I mean, you would banish it. Now, there's some of these creatures I don't know if you could 100% banish. Like, some of them might take more of a ritual to banish. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, you might be like, be gone, Beelzebub! But I don't want to leave.
You may move freely through.
I imagine
solid
it might
objects,
affect them,
not
but
people.
not completely banish them.
Right. Like,
That just seems like a lot more interesting than just a stat point upgrade, which just comes off as boring to me.
yeah. That's kind of how I've been with Raymond
All right,
for
thank you.
Zeta's games.
And that the second one I took, the monstrous incorporeal. You may move freely through solid objects, but not people.
Okay, so you get the ghost wall.
That would have been useful.
Oh, so just pops the door back up. Found it.
So basically she is Jessica Jones' shadow cat.
All right.
Alright, so
There it
we're all
is.
leveled up. So again,
Yeah.
everybody, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, follow us over there. And as Knox likes to say, don't let your meatloaf. Night.
Good night.
Night.